Hello, my name is Chad Hamilton, and today we're going to be talking about the simplex method. The simplex method was first discovered by George Dantzig in 1947 and was used for the Berlin airlift. Well, today we have a maximization problem, and our problem is going to be f equals 3x plus 10y subject to 14x plus 7y is less than or equal to 35, and 5x plus 5y is less than or equal to 50. What we first want to do is get our f to equal 0. So to do that, we're going to have to move our x and y to the left of the equal sign so they become negative. So our new problem is going to be negative 3x minus 10y plus f equals 0. We also want to bring our s1 and s2 down, so it's going to be 14x plus 7y plus s1 equals 35, and 5x plus 5y plus s2 equals 50. Well, now that we have these numbers, we want to set up our matrix. I like to label mine out so it's easier to understand. So we're going to just take the 14x, plug it into where x is for 14, the 7 for the y, and the s1, which is 1. We don't have an s2, so that stays at 0. No f, so that's also 0. And our number, which is 35. We're going to come below, take the 5x, plug it in for x, the 5y, plug it in. We don't have an s1. We have an s2, so we put a 1. No f, so we put 0 in our number, which is 50. Now we're going to take the f and look at it. We have negative 3x, negative 10y, no s1, no s2, and our f, which is 1. And it's equal to 0, so our number is 0. Now that we have this set up, we want to look at our problem and look at the bottom row for the most negative number, which is negative 10. That's going to be our pivot column. Now that we have our pivot column, we want to get the pivot entry. Well, to get our pivot entry, we must take the number and divide it by the pivot column. So we do 35 divided by 7, which gives us 5. 50 divided by 5, which gives us 10. 0 divided by negative 10, which, well, it is impossible. And we look at that and we see that 5 is the smallest positive answer. So that's going to be our pivot entry. So 7 is our pivot entry. Well, now that we have our pivot entry, you want to get that to a 1. And to get that 7 to a 1, we must do row 1 divided by 7, which is our new row 1. And once we do that, we get 2 in the x column, 1 in the y column, 1/7 in the s1 column, 0. Next, we want to get this 5 to a 0. And to do that, we're going to go off our pivot entry. So we're going to do negative 5 row 1 plus row 2 to get our new row 2. So we're going to have negative 10 plus 5, which gives us negative 5. Negative 5 plus 5, which gives us 0. Negative 5/7 plus 0, which gives us negative 5/7. 0 plus 1, which gives us 1. 0 plus 0, which gives us 0. And negative 25 plus 50, which gives us 25. We did not touch row 3, so we're just going to bring row 3's number down and leave it as is. Well, now we need to get a 0 right here. So we're going to use row 1 again to get the 0. So we're going to do 10 row 1 minus row 3 to get our new row 3. So we will have 20 minus 17, which is 3, 10 minus 10, which is 0, 10 over 7 minus 10 over 7, which is 0, 0 minus 0, which is 0, 0 minus 0, which is 0, and 50 minus 50, which is 0. Well, now that we have we have 1s in all of the x, well, we have 1s in our pivot column. We want to, I said that wrong. We have 1s and what we want in 0s as follows. So now we're going to take that and we have to, and got 0, our 1, our 0, and our 0. We're going to look at our maximization. Well, we only want 1s, so x has something in it, so x is going to equal 0. Our y, which is 1, we look across and we see 5, so y equals 5. We come down We don't want that x. We don't want the s1. We do not want the s2. And we see that our f is 1. We look across and see that the number is 50. So f equals 50, and f is our maximum, and our x and our y would be 0, 5.